It's how you play the game. With everything you got. No energy saved, no emotion held back.
That one is to left. They play shallow.
And that's what baseball is. A game. A kid's game that says summertime and the innocent time of life. That gives us moments to cherish and life lessons to follow forever.
Welcome to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. For the boys of summer from Texas and Oklahoma, they are just 2 wins away from a trip to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and the Little League World Series. It's the semifinals of the Southwest Regional. We're down to 3 teams in this regional. New Mexico using power and the power pitching of Mac Mabry. They avoided elimination earlier today against Louisiana. Oklahoma has been the plucky underdog, 2-0 for the first time in the history of this Southwest Regional. And the team to beat has been Texas East. 30-5. They've outscored their opponents through 2 games. They've done it with pitching, defense, and an abundance of offense. So the winner of this game between Texas and Oklahoma gets tomorrow off and will play Wednesday in the championship. The loser can still get back to the championship, but they have to play tomorrow against New Mexico. And with that, we say good evening to you from Waco, Texas, and Marvin Norcross Stadium in East Schroff, alongside the former big leaguer Keith Moreland. The team to beat in this regional is Texas, and that has been the refrain in the history of this regional.
There's no question. This is the 16th time that this regional has been played. Texas has sent 12 times they have sent the representatives. So you look at that scenario, it is a perennial powerhouse. You look at since 2012, there's been a team from Texas, either west or east, that has represented the Southwest Regional in Williamsport. And you know what? Last year, Lufkin went up there and all they did is win the American Championship.
Oklahoma has not had a lot of success in this Southwest Regional historically. They're 2-0 this year. Why?
Starts with their defense. There's no doubt about it. You go back in the last few years, Oklahoma had struggled defensively. They made that change last year, won a ball game. Then they come back this year, and it's been the main factor. They have limited the damage. Don't give your opponent extra outs, extra base runners, and they've done it with really nice plays, and then sound fundamental plays where they've been able to cut across, get big outs when they needed them. And you just look at the numbers. 1-43 in their first 44 games here over the course of the history, 3-1 over their last 4.
And to your point, only 1 error and only 1 walk issued through the 2 games of this Southwest Regional. College football's right around the corner, and we get a taste of the Red River rivalry. It's Texas and Oklahoma, a trip to the regional championship on the line.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And in part by Gatorade Thirst Quencher, the proven sports fuel. And the Honda Odyssey, official vehicle of Little League since 1996. Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And in part by Gatorade Thirst Quencher, the proven sports fuel. And the Honda Odyssey, official vehicle of Little League since 1996.
With Keith Moreland and East Schroff, welcome to Waco and Marvin Norcross Stadium. Semifinals of the Southwest Regional, Houston, Texas, and Tulsa, Oklahoma. Houston will be the visiting team. They will bat first, only a 185-mile trek from Houston to Waco.
Hi, I'm David Rook. I'm the manager of Post Oak Little League in Houston, Texas. And here's my team.
Hi, I'm John Klosek, assistant coach.
Hi, I'm David Wiley, assistant coach.
Hi, I'm Charlie Wiley, and I play second base, and my favorite video game is Fortnite. I'm Ethan Goldstein. I play center field, and my favorite athlete is Alex Bregman.
I'm George Kugel. I play left field. and my favorite TV show is South Park.
I'm Carter Pitts. I play third base, and my favorite video game is Fortnite.
I'm Parrish Fashaponte. I pitch, and my favorite movie is The Shawshank Redemption.
I'm Caleb Brook. I play shortstop, and my favorite player is Alex Bregman. My name is Andy Guy. I play catcher, and my favorite band is the Eagles.
I'm Matthew Edrick. I play right field, and my favorite TV show is Family Guy.
I'm Cade West. I play catcher, and my favorite food is sushi.
I'm Richie Klosek. I play first base, and my favorite rapper is Trippie Redd.
I'm Ryan Savaji. I play third base, and my favorite video game is Mario Super Sluggers.
Hi, I'm Andrew Stover. I play pitcher, and my favorite TV show is The Simpsons.
Hi, I'm Justin Michaelis. I play left field, and I like the poop emoji.
And they're facing Jet Hope. What a great name if you're a pitcher, Jet. And Jet will take the mound. He's got a good sinking fastball. I would say 65 to 68 is his top velocity. He makes the ball move into the right-handers. He'll throw an occasional changeup. He'll use a breaking ball. Pitches out of the stretch a lot. Tries to keep the ball down and get ground balls.
Hope's first pitch, a swing and a miss by Caleb Rook, the leadoff man for Houston. His dad, David, is the manager for this Post Oak Little League team. Ryan Selvaggio, their big hitter, bats in the number 2 hole. All 1 pitch is sliced foul. Jet Hope has some pretty good bloodlines in his family, the pitcher for Oklahoma. His oldest brother, Mason, drafted by the Marlins in the 5th round in 2011. Another brother, Garrett, is in the Dodgers minor league system. And a third brother, Carter, a 3rd round pick in 2013 by the Royals.
Think he doesn't want to play professional ball and follow his brothers?
Well, his 3 biggest heroes are Mason, Garrett, and Carter. Grounded to third. Alex Whitworth is there. The throw across the diamond, 1 down. And the calling card so far for Oklahoma has been its defense, especially at the corners, Whitworth and the first baseman, Brady Shackelford. There's a look at the Little League World Series format. In this regional, 8 teams, modified double elimination. Players are aged 10 to 13, 6-inning game. The field is 2/3 the conventional field size, and there is minimum mandatory play requirements depending on the size of the teams. 8 different U.S. regionals, with the winners of those regionals moving on to Williamsport, and then 8 international tournaments. So you have 16 teams in all in Williamsport. You have a U.S. champion and an international champion, and then they'll play in the championship. Last year it was Japan and Lufkin, Texas, which came right out of this Waco regional.
Sure did, and was a good ball club. And team that comes out of here this year is going to be a team to look for when they get to Williamsport.
A batter now is Ryan Selvaggio, and the coaches heaped a lot of praise on this young man, talking about him as a once-in-a-lifetime Little League player.
Well, he's got light tower power. He's got an outstanding arm. We have not seen him but for 1 inning on the mound, but he one of those guys that's in the mid-70s.
It's a high fly ball to right. Cash Crockett, who's got the best name in this regional, makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Yeah, he is all regional name, no doubt.
First team.
Cash money.
2 outs now, and Richie Klosek, the first baseman, will step in. Klosek has a home run in this regional. Would most like to meet Snoop Dogg, and his favorite actor is the great Robert De Niro. I'm walking here. Grounded to short. Camden Knutson up with it. And a quick 1-2-3 inning by Oklahoma. Jet Hope needing just 9 pitches to dismiss the side in order. Straight season that Tulsa National has represented Oklahoma in this Southwest Regional. Tulsa, the 2nd largest city in the state of Oklahoma.
My name is Brad Lane, manager of Tulsa National Little League, representing Oklahoma. Here's my team.
Hi, Mark Brumble, assistant coach.
Hi, Jeff Conway, assistant coach.
I'm Easton Martin. I play center field, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
I'm Cash Crockett. I play first, second, and outfield, and my favorite athlete is Baker Mayfield.
I'm Tanner McMurray. I play shortstop, second, pitcher, and catcher, and my favorite athlete is Clayton Kershaw.
I'm Alex Whitworth. I play third, and my favorite baseball player is Yadier Molina.
My name is Kim Knudsen. I play third, short, and pitcher, and my favorite athlete is Jim Thorpe.
I'm Emerson Lane. I play second, pitcher, and catcher, and my favorite team is the Boston Red Sox.
I'm Spence Perry. I play second, and my favorite team is the Atlanta Braves.
I'm Logan Conway. I play pitcher, catcher, and outfield. My favorite team is the Houston Astros.
Hi, I'm Jet Hope. I play pitcher, third base, and outfield, and my favorite athletes are my brothers.
Hi, I'm Levi Mathias, and I play second base, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, I'm Dylan Baldridge. I play center field and pitcher, and my favorite song is Psycho by Post Malone.
Hi, I'm Brady Shackelford, and I play first, third, and I pitch, and my favorite team is the Houston Astros.
Hi, I'm Joel Jones. I play outfield and pitcher. My favorite baseball team is LA Dodgers.
I'm Alex Quiroz. I play shortstop, left field, pitcher, and catcher, and my favorite athlete is Javier Baez.
And they'll be facing Carter Pitts, his second appearance on the mound. Not going to overpower you. Mid-60s with his fastball, has a changeup, good curveball when he needs to use it. It's got really good command. You can see in 2 innings of work, he struck out 4 and walked 1 in his only appearance in this Southwest Regional.
First batter in, Joel Jones, who takes outside. Jones is a speed demon on the base paths. He'll be followed by Dylan Baldridge and Camden Knudsen. Big fan of the Marvel movie Black Panther.
The important part of this game, if you start just trying to analyze it, can Oklahoma get something going offensively? They've been getting good pitching. They've been playing excellent defense. They got to find a way to get their bats going. They've won a ball game here, folks, without the benefit of a base hit. So they got no hit, but won the ball game.
In their last game, Oklahoma did not have a hit, and that was an extra inning game, but they were able to score on some wild pitches and passed balls. Managed to eke out a win. Jones hits one in the air to shallow right. Matthew Hedrick is there for out number 1.
A good piece of hitting right there. Got on top of it. Actually, sometimes you hit it too well.
1 out now for Dylan Baldridge. Big fan of the Angels and Mike Trout. Favorite actor Tom Cruise. Got a new movie in the theaters. Mission Impossible. Breaking ball strike from Carter Pitts.
Yeah, that shows you it's 12-6. He's got good command with it. He gets in trouble. That's a pitch he'll go to.
Another breaking ball, 0-2.
They like to climb the ladder a lot with the fastball, 0-2. See if he goes upstairs with the fastball, goes right back to the breaking ball.
Baldridge likes to watch America's Got Talent. Listens to Bruno Mars, and like my pal Keith Moreland, enjoys a good steak.
Oh yeah, got to have a steak and Bruno Mars. Not a good combination of the both of them.
That's like your Friday night.
That's it.
Pitts doesn't like the sign. Now the catcher Andy Guy will go out and talk to his pitcher. Coaches describe Pitts as a painter on the mound. A young man who wants to go to Dubai. Burj Khalifa and Wiz Khalifa, 2 different things.
Yes.
Upstairs, 1-2.
These guys do a really good job of getting their command. They pitch to spots. They'll pitch an outside corner, pitch to the inside corner, mix in their changeup. Sometimes they pitch backwards.
Chop to third. A tough play. Knocked down by Selvaggi. Recovers the throw late. And Oklahoma with its first base runner.
Now, it's a difficult play for Selvaggi as he comes to it. Has to try to backhand it. But nice hustle right there. Find a way to get on. First base runner of the ball game.
Camden Knudsen. Favorite athlete is Jim Torp, and his nickname is the Sea Dog. Strike one. Cam also likes to play basketball. He'll run 5Ks. Good athlete. Grounded left side. Another chance for Selvaggi. Gets the shore out at second to force Baldridge. 2 outs now and a man on first.
Make sure. You're going hard to your left. Make sure you get an out. Did exactly that. He got to it. It's going to be hard to turn a double play. The exchange was not clean. So just get one, and nice job of holding the ball right there by Wiley.
Jet Hope now the batter with 2 outs.
Got a little pop right here.
Away and low. What we've seen out of Texas, not only do they have quality starting pitching, they have pitching depth, and they really haven't had to dip into their depth for major innings and major pitches thrown so far.
Now they're all rested and ready to go.
Texas won its first game by a run rule and then won its second game by a run rule as well. So they have not played a complete 6-inning game yet. .2-0 pitch, little humpback liner to second and Charlie Wiley, and that does it. Carter Pitts works around a 1-out error as we get a glimpse of downtown Waco in the diminishing daylight. Semifinal of the Southwest Regional. The winner plays in Wednesday's regional championship with a chance to go to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and the Little League World Series. Leading it off for Houston here in the second, Justin Michaelis. Youngest player on this team, but a power-hitting lefty. A Latin scholar who plays the piano. Were you musically inclined, Keith?
I cannot play an instrument, unfortunately. I would love to be something. I couldn't sing either, so.
Other than that, though,
I got fortunate. I had a little talent, something.
Spend some time in the big leagues, right? Yeah.
Fooled them for a little while.
I've got a 10-month-old, so I've been working on my xylophone skills.
There you go.
Row, row, row your boat.
Train them early.
Mary had a little lamb. I've got those 2 down.
Hope has usually got outstanding control. Falls behind here 3-0 and went to an off-speed pitch there 2-0.
3-0 fouled off. Another off-speed pitch on 3-0.
Yeah, I'm stunned he was swinging 3-0 right there. I mean, green light to sometime, but when you don't have anybody on, you're looking to get some base runners.
.3-1 is chopped up the middle and through. A seeing guy single for Michaelis. First hit of the game and first hit for Texas.
Work the count, got a ball he can handle, and just right back through the box. When it got by Hope, you knew that was ticketed for center field. Special pinch runner coming into the game.
You're allowed to use a special pinch runner twice per game. No more than once per inning, and you cannot use the special pinch runner for the same player twice. George Kugel is the special pinch runner. Andy Guy, the catcher, now steps in. Favorite athlete, J.J. Watt, who has done so much for that Houston community off the field. Guy grounds one to first. Shackelford over to second, one. Relay to first. A 3-6-3 double play in Little League.
You don't see it very often at the big league level. We talked about Shackelford being outstanding defensively. The important part, he didn't hesitate. As soon as he got the ball, he went to second, got rid of it quickly, got his body turning in. Watch him get back to the bag and stretch to get the double play. Outstanding. Back to the bag, look for the ball. Got him. Outstanding. You can hang a star on that one.
I had a chance to run into his parents a little while ago. And they're excited about Oklahoma's run here. And we keep hyping up their defense, and all they do is keep living up to it. 0-1 count to Carter Pitts. And what Jet Hope does, he's not afraid to let the ball go and play. He's pitching to contact, keeping that pitch count down. He trusts this defense, and why not?
Yeah, and they do a pretty good job of pitching to the corners, keeping the ball out of the middle of the plate. He's got a great receiver behind the plate, too. Tanner McMurray, I just love watching him. He moves around well. He's a great receiver. He's sort of, you can tell he leads his club when they get on the field defensively.
We've seen so many games decided on wild pitches and passed balls here.
Change up missed downstairs.
And McMurray back there has been sturdy as Gibraltar. Only one passed ball in 15 innings.
Folks, it's been extremely hot here.
Popped up on the infield. Hope makes the call and the catch. In essence, a 1-2-3 inning thanks to a 3-6-3 double play.
Outstanding. Just great. Get rid of it in a hurry. And then how about getting back to the bag?
At the Little League World Series on the ESPN Network starting August 16th in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. These are the international teams that will be there. You have 8 international teams and then the 8 regional winners from the U.S. Last year it was Lufkin, Texas, and Japan in the final, with Japan winning, but Lufkin coming right out of this Southwest Regional, crowned U.S. champion. Alex Whitworth, hoping to be a marine biologist. Chops one off the glove of Pitts. Going to be a tough play. And that should go as a base hit for Whitworth.
It's one of those that you react as a pitcher because you want to be a fielder and field the ball, but I think this was going to be an easier play for the shortstop coming right at the bag. Instead, it gets off the end of the glove and a leadoff base hit. That's more than they got in the last game they won.
I was about to say a base hit. Oklahoma won its last game against Louisiana despite not recording a single hit. Shackelford bunts foul.
Got to put your nose in it. That time he didn't get squared around and get the bat out in front. If you're going to bunt, you got to be committed to it. Anish, if you can't be faint of heart. You got to get your nose down in it and get ready to bunt.
Salvaggi right on the lip of the grass at third. Shackelford swinging away, fouled it off. 0-2. Brady likes the Western theme. Favorite actor, John Wayne. Favorite TV show, Walker, Texas Ranger.
The Duke, John Wayne.
Oldest of 3 brothers. And he's a big reason why Oklahoma is still playing. His defense at first base has been superb. And we saw him turn that 3-6-3 double play earlier.
And he's got a little pop. He's one of the guys that could leave the ballpark.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including how to visit Williamsport, scores, stats, highlights, and more. Visit littleleague.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. One out now for Cash Crockett. Of course, his nickname is Money. Wants to be a radiologist. Low and away.
He's got some education ahead of him.
Oh, yeah. Fouled off, straight back. Cash's favorite athlete, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield, who went on to be the #1 pick in the NFL draft out of Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley heading into season 2 with the Sooners. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good pitch by Pitts.
Nice. Good downward motion with it. The last couple he's held on to a little long and pulled them outside the zone. That was 12-6, went straight down.
Off the glove of Guy, and moving to second is Whitworth, so a man in scoring position with one out.
Hardest one to get to. You're sitting down trying to get that low strike, and then they throw one with good velocity up, just ticked off his glove. It's a big pitch right here.
3-2. Breaking ball, strike 3.
That's having some confidence, isn't it?
Back-to-back strikeouts for Pitts.
Uncle Charlie, right over the top. That's a really good pitch on a 3-2 count.
Spence Perry now the second baseman. RBI opportunity, and he takes the ball. Perry's favorite player, Chipper Jones, was recently inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Larry Wayne Jones. That one to the backstop. And Whitworth to third. Where is Chipper on your list of the greatest switch hitters of all time?
I think he's not quite Mickey, but close.
Would you put him ahead of Eddie Murray?
Yes, I would, but that's not there's not a huge difference between those two.
You're throwing all arms. You're just slinging it. Use your legs, okay? Hey, it's good. Use your legs, all right? Paint, all right? Be Picasso. Paint. Let's go. Hey, get out of this. We're going to get some runs, all right? Let's go.
Be Picasso. Guernica.
Well, if you're not using your lower push-off, a lot of times you never get your arm over the top, and that's why the ball's up. So you got to push off the backside and drive downhill to the plate.
You made the point earlier in this regional with other pitchers who were struggling with control that sometimes you're better off going from the stretch, and we see Pitts coming from the wind.
Yeah, because of the fact is it's easier to get to the balance point where you can get over the top and go downhill to the plate. So many times if you're talking to young guys that want to pitch, I talk about let's learn how to pitch out of the stretch before we go try to do all the movement of the windup.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on third. Here in the bottom of the second, no score. Winner of this game to the regional championship. Low, 3-2. Guy picked that one out of the dirt.
Well, he went to a 3-2 breaking ball the last time for the strikeout.
Pitt's one pitch away from striking out the side. And Spence Perry staying alive.
Try to move that ball to the inner half of the plate. Got it up over the middle.
On deck, the number 9 hitter, Tanner McMurray. Grounded to short. Fielded by Rook. Throws across the diamond. And that does it. Oklahoma strands a runner at third. We're scoreless through 2. No score as we move to the top of the third. Texas and Oklahoma, Little League's version of the Red River rivalry. And we are scoreless in the third inning. The Cinderella story continuing for Oklahoma. Texas, at least in the first 2 games, the ultimate Goliath of this regional, outscoring its opponents by a combined 30-5. And Jet Hope, just like he was in his first outing, he pitches to contact. He's efficient and effective. He's only needed 20 pitches to get through the first 2 innings.
Yeah, he changes speeds, tries to stay downhill and pitch ahead.
They'll face 7, 8, and 9 in the Texas order. Hedrick, Wiley, and Goldstein. Matthew Hedrick likes to watch the Hunting Channel. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what that is.
Well, it's an opportunity to watch people go on hunts.
No, I didn't know what channel that was on.
Okay.
Grounded foul.
Chet Hope is the perfect guy to teach what pitching's about. It's about disrupting the timing of the hitter, and he speeds you up with his fastball, hits a spot, and change it with his changeup.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Hedrick. Hedrick says if he could travel anywhere, he'd go to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. 2 wins and you're there, kiddo. Welcome to Waco, Texas, Marvin Norcross Stadium. Semifinals of the Southwest Regional. And Matthew Hedrick for Texas rips a single to center. The leadoff man on for Texas here in the top of the third. Texas has been a juggernaut through 2 games in this Southwest Regional, outscoring opponents 30-5. Oklahoma in the regional semifinal for the first time. Oklahoma had not had a lot of success here in Waco over the years. 1-43 in their first 44 games, but they've now won 3 of their last 4. Alongside Keith Moreland, I'm Anish Shroff. The number 8 hitter due up. It'll be Andrew Stover hitting for Charlie Wiley here for Texas. And Keith, so far through 2 innings for our viewers just joining us, defense has been on display.
There's no doubt. Both teams have pitched the ball well. Oklahoma this entire tournament has been exceptional defensively. Actually had a 3-6-3 double play turned by Oklahoma in this game already.
Stover slices one foul down the right field line. Andrew Stover will pitch, can play a little catcher as well. Favorite player is the teenage phenom for the Nationals, Juan Soto. Grounded to third, and that's a foul ball. Oklahoma throughout this regional, they have not got a ton of offense, but their pitching and their defense has been almost flawless. In fact, Oklahoma won its last game despite getting no hit. Stover lays off the breaking ball.
Just took something off. Good location with it.
Jet Hope is the pitcher. He has 3 older brothers, 2 of whom are playing pro ball. 1 played pro ball. Check swing foul. And then a 4th older brother who's not young enough to play, or I should say not old enough to play pro ball just yet. So the youngest of 5 brothers. 1-2, grounded to short. Moving over to third baseman Whitworth. Gets the force at second, and a throw to first, pulling Shackelford off the bag. No error, can't assume the double play. We're left with 3 teams in the Southwest Regional. We started with 8. The winner of this game between Oklahoma and Texas will play in the regional championship on Wednesday. That's for a chance to go to Williamsport. The loser of this game can still get to Williamsport, but they have to play tomorrow against New Mexico, and then the winner of that game against New Mexico would get back to the championship on Wednesday. So it means using more pitchers and
maybe reviewing this play.
Oklahoma's going to challenge that last play at first. Take another look. You can use video replay for force outs, tags on base paths, miss bases, and hit batters.
Is he on the bag is the question.
He might have been safe anyway.
He's safe anyway. Just an opportunity to see the review. They were indicated that he was.
Yeah, he's safe.
This play will stand. I think there's enough evidence to prove that.
Those are the replay provisions. And Charlie Wiley will go in and run at first for Stover. That was Wiley's original spot in the lineup. And as expected, the call stands. The number 9 hitter now for Texas is Ethan Goldstein. Low and away to Ethan, 1-0. Ethan's mom, Amy, started a good luck tradition for this Texas team, bringing a watermelon to the team's first All-Star game. They won. They have not stopped winning. And so watermelon before every game. There's Amy. A skier at Colorado. Both parents were Division I athletes. Dad played tennis at UPenn. Grounded to second. Over to second for 1. Back to first. That's the second double play Oklahoma has turned in 3 innings.
But they do everything mechanically sound. Perry does an excellent job with the feed. And then get rid of it in a hurry.
Pete the Cat is a character in a book and a TV show. And Jet Hope, his mom brought it down to Waco, so it'd be our rally cat.
I told my mom that we needed to buy Pete because it matched our team colors.
We signed him and put him in the dugout. We put all our necklaces on him and we patted him every time we went out to bat or every time we went out to the field.
I was pitching, get the ground ball, touch first, and all celebrating. Alex grabs Pete. We all just start like throwing him up and stuff, and just a great time.
Pete, he's our mascot.
The Pete the Cat book series is popular. There's a lot of different stories. There's Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons, Pete the Cat and his magic sunglasses. How about Pete the Cat and Tulsa National?
Doing the same. They're writing a story right now. It's the heart of this team at the plate right now. Tanner McMurray.
1-2. McMurray, the catcher. dribbled up the third baseline, foul. Before the game, Oklahoma, hey, got to get some good luck from Pete. Tell you what, they've turned 2 double plays, so it's working. Breaking ball outside. McMurray's favorite movie also happens to be the best sports movie ever made, The Natural. That is fact, Keith.
Well, we've had that discussion, and I would consider it to be one of the very tops, but I don't know that I could give it the Academy Award just yet.
Roy Hobbs, Robert Redford, Robert Duvall. Kim Basinger was in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Pop Fisher, I remember the coach.
Oh, yeah.
Should have been a farmer. 2-2 count to McMurray. Right back to Carter Pitts, the pitcher, who flips over to Klosik at first, 1 down.
Well, both these guys commanding all their pitches, and when you're commanding, you got hitters that are off balance, and that might be all for Carter Pitts. He did cross the threshold of 35 pitches with McMurray at the plate, so he is eligible in 2 days.
Hey, heads up. We're going to hit the second.
We get a new pitcher. It's Ryan Silvaggi, the best pitcher on this Texas team, when we come back. A trip to the regional championship here in Waco, Texas. The Southwest Regional is down to 3 teams. Texas and Oklahoma playing today. New Mexico staved off elimination earlier today, and New Mexico will play the loser of this game tomorrow. Anish Shroff alongside Keith Moreland. Obviously, there's a ton of emotions for these little leaguers. The challenge for the managers, pitcher usage, pitch counts, making sure you have the right guys available on every given day.
Well, you want to make sure that you have guys now, when you get down to this point, that you have enough people and enough of the guys that you want to be in the game at this time. And this young man right here, he's got one of the best arms we've seen in this Southwest Regional.
You can hear that catcher's mitt pop. 74 miles per hour. That's the equivalent of a 96-mile-per-hour fastball in the bigs. Joel Jones, the hitter. He's able to foul that one off late on a 75-mile-per-hour heater. And the reason Carter Pitts left was Pitts was in that second threshold, 21 to 35 pitches. He threw 38, but you're allowed to finish an at-bat before you cross over into the next threshold. So that means Pitts cannot pitch tomorrow, but if Texas wins, Pitts would be available in the championship game Wednesday. 2-2. Slapped foul. Jones hanging in there against the heat.
Did a really nice job. He is available if Texas can get to the championship game on Wednesday.
Flare to left, and it's caught by Michaelis for the second out.
But Jones stayed right there on top of it.
Yeah, by his reaction, he knew he just missed that.
He just missed it.
Dylan Baldridge reached on an error his first time. He says one of the great moments of his young athletic career was catching a long touchdown pass in a football championship game. Hit hard right center field. That gets into the gap. It's going to go to the wall. Baldridge racing around second, heading for third, sliding in safely with a 2-out triple.
thought that was the first extra base hit that Tulsa National had in this Southwest Regional Championship. I was pretty sure of that, but we just got officially told that that was. And 3 bases right there. Got on top of that good fastball.
Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Rook is there, over to Klosik at first. And that'll do it in the 3rd. We are halfway through in Waco. Still scoreless. Grounded to second. There's Deason. And Lufkin is headed to the Little League World Series.
That's it. And Texas is the best Little League team in the United States, the Lufkin Little Leaguers. What a story, Lufkin Little League. Out of nowhere, they rise to being the best in the country.
And the journey for Lufkin to Williamsport went through Waco a year ago. Lufkin was the Southwest Regional Champion and then went on to become the U.S. champion, and had a charming old coach by the name of Bud Maddox.
He was fun to be with. That was a great bunch to cover. We've got some good teams this year. I'm telling you, this regional champion will make some noise.
Second time through the order for Jet Hope, who has faced the minimum through 3 thanks to 2 double plays turned by his infield. Rook grounded to 3rd his first time. Takes inside, 2-0. Caleb Rook, a big fan of the University of Texas. Family owns season tickets for both the football and the baseball team. Breaking ball punched out to right field. Hedrick camps under it for out number 1. Looking for training and information for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents? Get free backyard tips, practice plans, drills, videos, and more. Visit littleleagueuniversity.org today. Got to hydrate, kiddo. He's got that Gatorade going. Here is Ryan Selvaggi. Breaking ball low. Selvaggi, raised by his father, Ross. Ryan's mom, Wendy, passed away when Ryan was just 8, and his brother, Ross III, was 12. And give Dad Ross a lot of credit, who's been raising both Ryan and his brother as a single father. And Selvaggi hits one to left. It gets past Jones. That'll be a hit and an error. And a man on second now with 1 out.
I think Jones was stuck in the middle. He thought he was going to come after it, maybe try to catch it. Instead, the ball got close to him and ate him up. First miscue, only the 2nd miscue of the tournament by Oklahoma. Now a runner in scoring position.
First runner for Texas to get to second base tonight. Strike 1 to Richie Klosik, who has a home run in this regional. Tanner McMurray out to the pitcher's
mound. He's the
mound.
leader of this team, man. He goes out there, he's going over what they're going to do. The guy at second base.
Time is called. Klosik earlier in this regional against Arkansas. Dead center. Chased that one, and he's behind 0-2.
A good straight change again. That's his off-speed pitch. He's just got great motion with it.
I really like Jet Hope's demeanor on the mound. Works quickly, has a plan, always in attack mode.
Well, he's got some older brothers that taught him a lot.
And Klosik calls for time. Coolest place Richie has been to, in his estimation, is Rome, the Eternal City. Had the game-winning home run in the state final. Got a piece of that, so it'll remain 1-2. Oh, his family rooting him on. Richie's dad, John, is one of the coaches on the team. Would like to meet Snoop Dogg. Big fan of Antonio Brown and Robert De Niro. That one gets away from McMurray. Salvaggi to third. And the first run of the game now standing on third base. So defense had been so good, and now an error in left field and the wild pitch.
Yeah, those two set it up right here for the opportunity to get on the board for Texas.
Just missed.
And that's the first time we've seen Jet Hope show any emotion right there. He thought that pitch was a strike. Now the infield comes up here with a 3-2 count.
Grounded to short, Knutson. He'll come home, Salvaggi slides in. That was going to be a tough play with the shortstop having to move over and couldn't get enough on that throw.
No, he couldn't, and Salvaggi runs really well. Got a great jump from third. It's one of those where, you know, you got to get an out right there. You go to first, you get an out. You're going to have to score one away. I always looked at it, you're going to have to score one to win anyway.
First run that Oklahoma has allowed in 7 innings.
Well, you've got your change-up working real good right now. Don't like it? It's a lot better than it was the first 2 innings. A lot better. 2 seams working well. Yeah, it really is. 2 seams working well, and I think your change-ups come around a lot. Okay. 1 run is not going to win this ball game. Let's continue to play good defense. We got a chance to make a double play right here and get out of the inning. We got a 1-run game. Got a ground ball there. There's nothing anybody do. We made the play and couldn't get there. Okay. Glove strong side. Good balance. A lot of confidence. You've done a great job. Great job. All right.
Well, they've turned to 2 double plays already. In the second, 3-6-3. You rarely see this in Little League.
Just an outstanding feed, gets back to back. Shackelford does that, and then the 4-6-3, the old-fashioned way, Hammenegger.
Michaelis now the batter. This Texas team had scored 30 runs in its first 2 games in this regional. Only 1 so far, but it's enough for the lead. High chopper to short. Knutson on the big hop. They get the force at second. That'll be all. And 2 away.
Well, I tell you what, this is a well-schooled team. Shackelford that time understanding that not going to get a double play, but the throw was made by Perry. Watch him come off the bag and come get it and make sure it gets it in the air, and he doesn't have any interference. That's just a smart play. Get it shut down right now. You know, come off the bag, catch the ball. Let's don't throw it away.
Now the catcher, Andy Guy, swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. It was Guy back in that second inning that hit into that 3-6-3 double play. Big fan of the Astros, the defending World Series champions. That one gets away from Hope, and moving to second is Michaelis.
And Chet immediately pounds his chest, said, my fault. And just trying to do sometimes you try to do too much, you see him shaking his head. Do something a little different. Pick your spot, take your breath, make a pitch.
That one looked like it may have hit Guy. And Guy will take first base. It did hit him.
Great view right there. Where's that card? Glad to have that on right there. This could be the turning point of the game right here for Oklahoma. And Jet Hope need to make a pitch right here.
Cade West is the pinch hitter. West fouls it off 0-1. The Cadester, as he's known as. He is a man of all seasons. The Bard likes to write, recite, and memorize poetry. Popped foul. There's his mom, Karen, who was a professional jump roper. Mom also knows a little bit about Waco. She attended at Baylor. 0-2, nice play by McMurray to prevent an advance. Now, I really like this kid.
This is just a really good pick. Understanding, gets out to it, gets it in his glove, finds the runner.
Time is called. West has had some pretty good coaching over the years. One of his coaches one summer was some guy by the name of Andy Pettit.
Yeah, I would say that.
Have pitched in a couple of big games over his career.
Yes, he has.
One or two. Strike three, West frozen. But Texas dents the scoreboard with the first run of the game as nightfall makes its way over Waco. The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're in Waco, Texas, semifinals of the Southwest Regional with Keith Moreland. I'm Anish Shroff. The winner of this game between Tulsa and Houston will play in the championship Wednesday. The loser will face New Mexico tomorrow, and then whoever wins that game tomorrow would gain entry to Wednesday's championship. The surprise, Keith, is that there's 3 teams left. 2 of them are Oklahoma and New Mexico. And if you look at the prologue of the Southwest Regional, that's a significant surprise.
It is a significant surprise. Is it? More times than not, you have a Louisiana representative when you get to this point. Texas is split in 2 sides. So you have one of the 2, both Texas representatives still available at this point. But you got to give credit to New Mexico. They've really done an outstanding job, got into tomorrow's semifinal, and then Oklahoma has just played exceptional defense. They're going to have to get some offense going, though, if they're going to make a move and get themselves into the championship game.
Now, that's been the one bugaboo for Oklahoma. Pitching has been fantastic. The defense has been sensational. They've struggled to hit, and against a team like Texas, Texas is not going to beat themselves. Louisiana, when Oklahoma was able to beat Louisiana the other day, Louisiana made a lot of mistakes, a lot of self-inflicted wounds. Texas won't do that.
They will not do it. They haven't done it. Easton Martin steps in. He was going up as a right-handed hitter. His coach called him and said, hey, go up left-handed. So he changed his elbow pad and flipped around over to the left side.
Biscuit, 11 years old. Bunts foul. He enjoys donuts, Fortnite, and Amazon.com. Keith got an introduction to Fortnite this week.
I did.
A rude one, I would say.
I didn't last long, but
No.
I got at least know about the game.
There's a quiz at the end of the regional.
Well, I've figured out how to go about it now. Can I, once I get into the competition area, can I not last more than 20 seconds, which I didn't the first time?
2-2. You've got some of the vocabulary down,
Oh,
right?
I do. I mean, Victory Royale. I can get there, then I get into
What
a
is
dance.
Victory Royale?
That means you get into the dance mode. You won your lobby, and you get to dance.
How many of the Fortnite dances have you learned?
I believe there's 7 different ones.
Okay. It is the rage amongst these little leaguers.
Oh, it is.
We give questionnaires to every player, and I would say, 85 to 90% of them say they play Fortnite? Strike 3. Martin down looking. David Rook, the manager for Texas, between innings.
Attack, guys. Hey, we're not giving up runs. We're winning this game, all right? No runs given up. Play defense behind Ryan.
It's been a pitcher's duel. Ryan Silvaggi, the ace for this Texas team. Silvaggi in the district tournament threw a perfect game, a 6-inning perfecto. Pitched 11 innings in all in district, did not give up a hit. Gives up a hit right here. Pinch hitter Levi Mathias. And the tying run aboard with 1 out.
Did a nice job, got his front side down. Really did a nice job and got the barrel to it on top of it. That's really good mechanics right there. He sets, watch his front foot get to the bottom, clears, hands inside, get the barrel to it.
We get another pinch hitter for Oklahoma. It's Logan Conway, nicknamed Sunshine. He's also a pitcher for this team, and like a few players in this regional, when he pitches, he's got a knuckler. Swing and a miss. Silvaggi doesn't need a knuckler.
He doesn't. He attacks with velocity. He does have a power breaking ball that he can go to when he can get ahead. Right now, he's just pumping it in there.
Check swing. That's a wild pitch. Throw to third is going to be in time. There was just a slight hesitation by Mathias coming around second base, and that cost him.
Yep, and you got to stay with it. And that's exactly what Texas did. They stayed with it, saw he was going to get to it, and made the nice throw a tag to. Got to second. He slowed down right there. You can see him hesitating, and he says, I can make it. And excellent tag and throw.
So coaching moment is that one where you tell him, hey,
yeah,
if you're going to go, you got to make up your mind.
Earlier than that.
So now 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 to Conway. Low.
You can see this ball check swing, ball gets away, gets over to the side, and Guy comes up with it right there and realizes he's going and makes a strong, accurate throw.
Strike 3, Conway caught looking, and that does it for Oklahoma in the 4th. Still 1-0 Texas, winner to the regional championship.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's, and in part by State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE-FARM.
With Keith Moreland and Ish Shroff, we go to the top of the 5th, and it's time to look at our Honda game summary. In a pitcher's duel, Ryan Silvaggi with a single and a run scored. Oklahoma's defense has turned 2 double plays, and really the one inning where Oklahoma defensively made a couple of mistakes, an error, a wild pitch. That was when Texas scored, and Oklahoma doesn't really hit a lot, so not a ton of margin of error with their pitching and defense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And then the other part that's important about that right now is Silvaggi is into the game, which has been the best pitcher for Texas that we've seen. And he's got an opportunity. He's limited his pitch count to 21. He's still got 14 or 15 more pitches if you look at that scenario, and you still got some other guys to get into the game. There is a mandatory play in Little League Baseball, so both teams have to get all their players and at bat.
Texas has 13 players, Oklahoma has 14, so the mandatory play requirements for both means everybody has to bat at least once. And for Texas, if you play well, you get a baller chain at the end of every game.
One of our coaches implemented it during the regular season at our Little League for his team, and it just kind of took off.
The ball chain is for the kids that ball out during that game.
Close into the trees for a 2-run home run.
It started on our regular season team. We started doing it to make kids more confident.
You have three baller chains. In each game, coach hands them out to whoever had the most hustle, whoever played the best.
If you play really well, then you'll get the baller chain. And then if your friends play well, they'll get it. So you're really happy if your friends get it or if you get it.
I like wearing it, and everyone asks what is that? It's kind of cool explaining it.
This is my second. I won it at the sectional championship and the state championship. That's what you work for.
It's a lot like the turnover chain that Miami football had last season, but there are a couple of rules. For one, you can only wear it until the beginning of the next game. Then you've got to give it up, and John Klosik will hand it out to 3 other players following the game.
It's a big inning. You're giving up the run if you're Oklahoma. You're down 1. You're facing a guy that's really tough on the mound. So you've got to throw a 0 up here. Stay in the game right now.
Pinch hitter is George Kugel. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Jet Hope still on the mound for Oklahoma. Ground ball to short. Knutson up with it. 1 down.
Boy, they have just, the plays that are supposed to be made have been made. Cash money now in over at first base.
Charlie Wiley is the hitter. They call Charlie the lighthouse. They say he's the Ozzie Smith of their defense. Plays second base, not short, but they call him the lighthouse because the coaches say he provides a safe haven at second no matter the conditions.
It's nice to have a guy that can pick it.
Charlie's grandfather, Charlie Epps, was a pro golfer who went on to coach 2-time major champion Angel Cabrera. 1-2. 60 pitches now for Hope. The maximum he can throw is 85. Swing and a miss. Wiley down on strikes.
I tell you, when you look at the scenario of what's taken place, Oklahoma is here not because of their hitting, but their pitching has been very good. They have not walked and given free passes. They've turned 3 double plays. They've only made 2 errors. That 1 error tonight cost them a little bit right there, but they've been so sound defensively, and that's been the difference. That's why they've won 2 games in a Southwest region for the first time.
Pinch hitter Parrish Fasciaponte will bat for Ethan Goldstein in the 9-hole. And a strike one by Hope. And I would imagine Hope is going to be in there until he hits the maximum pitch threshold or he really fatigues. This one stung to center. And the catch is made by Baldridge. A 1-2-3 fifth for Hope and Oklahoma. We'll find out if Tulsa National can tie it in the bottom of the 5th.
My position.
Hi, my name is Nathan. Hi, say it again. I play left field and I play it.
Okay, it's not as easy as it looks.
Those are like my career highlights in a nutshell right there. That's my resume reel. We began with 8 teams in this Southwest Regional. Only 3 remain. Carlsbad in New Mexico, Lake Charles, Louisiana, gone earlier today. And then we've got Houston and Tulsa. Bottom 5. Emerson Lane, the pinch hitter, stares at strike one. With Keith Moreland, I'm Anish Shroff. Keith, you've been covering this Southwest Regional for a while.
Yeah, a long time, and this is a real story developing right now because Oklahoma had never won 2 games in a regional. They had never been into a semifinal in the Southwest Regional, and they're hanging with the Blue Bloods, so to speak, right now in a 1-0 game because you're a bounce away, a break here or there, and just like that, you've got a lead and 3 outs to go.
It's got the feel of a Rocky versus Apollo, doesn't it?
It does. And what happens in that scenario, swinging a mess there, but in that scenario, it's just like Rocky did it when he, about the 5th round, he goes, come on. I mean, you feel like you're in the game. You feel like that we deserve to be here. We're playing with them, and we're right there with them. You can just see right there, 4 total wins in the history of the Southwest Region. Was started in 2002.
2 came this year.
Yes.
And they had 1 last year. Alex Quiroz will pinch it for Spence Perry in the 8th spot. Before this regional, if you had said Texas and Oklahoma would be playing a 1-run game, 1-0 on top of that in the 5th inning of a semifinal, if I said that to you, Keith, you would have laughed me out of Waco.
Yeah, because the covers of history, but these young men have come to play. They're well schooled. They have talent. They've made all the defensive play, and they're battling. They're competing.
What we've seen defensively from Oklahoma, their defense, that's the kind of defense you can win a Little League championship with.
Absolutely you can.
They make every play. The baseball IQ is off the charts. Give the managers and coaches a ton of credit. Grounded softly to 3rd and to foul. When we met with these teams before the regionals began, and we talked to the Oklahoma coaches about what happened last year and what a big deal it was for Oklahoma just to win 1 game. Their first response was, well, we're a lot better than we were last year. And
yeah,
we sort of looked at each other afterwards and said, okay, let's see. Strike 3, Quiroz down. Right now they're just going up against one of the top pitchers at this age level. Wednesday night baseball. Big matchup in the NL East. It's the Braves and Nationals. Atlanta chasing Philly in the NL East. Washington chasing Atlanta for that 2nd wild card. Nats 4.5 behind the Braves for that 2nd wild card. Strike 1 to the catcher, Tanner McMurray. 2 outs here in the 5th. 30 pitches now for Selvaggi. As he gets close to 35, that's when the decision might have to be made, because if he goes over that threshold, well, now he's got to rest an extra day, which means you can't use him in a potential championship. You take him out, you can bring him back on 1-day rest, and he can pitch on Wednesday. part two of that is you got to make sure you can get to Wednesday.
That's exactly right.
And he's probably your best bet to get there. Selvaggi has struck out 4 of the 5 he's faced. McMurray barely staying alive.
Well, with this being the 35th pitch, if you want him available for Wednesday, he cannot face another batter now.
McMurray, the number 9 batter in this Oklahoma lineup, looking to turn that lineup over. Tulsa National is the home team, so they'll bat last in the 6th. 1-0 game. I don't think we've seen, and it's not even close, a cleaner game start to finish the way we've seen this one unfold.
Yeah, both teams have played good. The pitchers are throwing strikes. Catchers are doing their job behind the plate. It's a good little battle right here.
3-2, hit hard, and that is a foul ball.
You know, everybody has those players that you're just drawn to. Tanner McMurray is that player for me in this tournament we've seen so far. He's been great behind the plate. He leads his team out defensively, and he just battles and competes.
And McMurray works the walk, and now a decision for Texas. Do you leave in Selvaggi and risk not having him in a potential championship? Or do you pull him now and turn the game over to somebody else? And it looks like they will make a change.
Hey, load your hip. Hey, head on your target. Look at me before you take the rubber. Head on your target. Head on your target 100% of the time. Load your hip, drive down. Hey, top of the order, let's make a play. Hey, let's make a play. Rich.
Caleb Rook will move over from shortstop to the rubber. He'll take the mound when we come back. New pitcher is Caleb Rook. He is the son of manager David Rook. And he'll try to get the final 4 outs for Texas in this semifinal game. The winner will play Wednesday in the championship, and that means you get tomorrow off. If you lose, to get back to the championship, you've got to win a game tomorrow against New Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's how big it is and how important it is. And Rook has appeared in a ball game already. He was a winning pitcher. And one of the first 2 pitchers, you can see Ryan's numbers right there. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, eligible pitch on Wednesday. Really did a nice job at limiting. He got 2 1/3 innings in 37 or 38 pitches. He's still available on Wednesday.
The tying run on base, Joel Jones, represents the go-ahead run. He's the leadoff man. Nice play back there by Andy Guy.
Rook is right over the top. It really tries to get out of the stretch, gets his left hip turned where he can really drive to the plate. At times he flies open with his left side, and that's what happens to you when that happens. You're going to be up and away. So he's got to go downhill. It's got a really good overhand curveball.
Big gap in right center field. Now it's 3-0, and I would not be surprised one bit if Jones is taking 1, maybe even 2 to get that runner into scoring position.
Well, yeah, get him there, and then you've got the meat of the order coming.
On-deck hitter Baldridge hit a screaming triple last time up. Jones walks first and second. So now the go-ahead run on base, and Baldridge, the batter.
Let's go, team!
Last time up, Baldridge hit a rocket into the right center gap for a triple. He was stranded at third. And now a chance to give Oklahoma the lead.
It's Oklahoma crowd getting into it right now. Know this might be their best opportunity.
Breaking ball in there for strike one.
That's Uncle Charlie. That's his bread and butter pitch right there.
Line drive, caught by the second baseman, Wiley. They call him the lighthouse for a reason. The coaches told us he saves about a run a game, and he may have just saved a huge run in this game.
Well, he gets to climb the ladder, gets up, top of his leap to come down with it, maintains the lead.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We go to the sixth inning, a game that's been defined by pitching and defense. It's 1-0 Texas on top of Oklahoma. The winner will play in the championship Wednesday. The loser isn't done. They'll play New Mexico tomorrow, and whoever loses this game can still get back to the championship with a win on Tuesday. It's a business trip. Well, we're getting to the business part of the game. The sixth inning, 1-3-1 Texas, 0-3-1 Oklahoma. Jet Hope has only thrown 63 pitches, the starter for Oklahoma, but he will face the top of the order, and this is the third time through.
Third time through, get a chance to see him. So see if the defense can maintain, keep this a one-run game where you're not chasing more than one in the bottom of the sixth.
Caleb Brooks squares to bunt and watches strike one. Brooks got a big inning ahead of him. He'll be the man on the mound in the bottom of the sixth. Outside, corner, strike.
A little bender that time. Using a slider more than the changeup.
0-2, grounded to Knutson at short. He's been a Roomba out there. One out. Little League would like to extend its appreciation to its official sponsors like Lance Sandwich, Crackers, and Cigna, who help to maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. Little League would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of children. Those volunteers include the grounds crew, the umpires, and the coaches.
Yeah, they volunteer their time, do a wonderful job, and facility has just withstood game 12 of this Southwest Regional tonight. You just look at it, it's still in marvelous shape.
Ryan Selvaggi now, the batter. Hit hard through the right side for a one-out single. Second hit for Selvaggi, who has scored the only run of the game. Back in the third, he singled, went to second on an error on this single, moved up on a wild pitch, and scored on a fielder's choice.
He's just exit velocity. He creates a lot of torque. He hit a ball last night about as far as you can hit one.
Richie Klosick now. That one gets away from the catcher McMurray. Selvaggi takes second. And now a big insurance run in scoring position.
Just hasn't happened very often. McMurray upset at himself. He let that ball get by him, so now you've got a runner in scoring position. Takes the double play out of order because they can turn double plays.
They've turned to two tonight. Base hit right center field. Selvaggi around third. He'll score easily. An RBI single by Klosick, and it's 2-0 Texas.
Didn't hit it all that hard, a little bit out on the end of the bat, but got the job done. But how big now is the wild pitch? Gets you some insurance.
7 RBI in this regional now for Klosick. Let's listen to Mark Brumble as he comes out to the mound.
I'd like for you to finish. We got one out, and we're now set up for a double play in the middle. He's done a great job pitching tonight. He's going to keep the ball down and work for the grounder. Work for the grounder. I need a little stronger back there, okay? Slide, catch, block. We're going to get a ground ball right here. Let's turn it and get out of this inning, all right?
Okay.
Let's stay glove strong, stay balanced, a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence, okay? Here we go.
Glove side strong. That means you've got to really drive your glove side, your left hand, because it's on your left hand, and that shoulder to the outside corner where you can drive, and it will follow. Your arm will follow that glove side. Good advice.
We are going to get a special pinch runner here. George Kugel will run for Klosick at first. Justin Michaelis, power hitting lefty at the plate. Check swing, he could not hold up. McMurray did his best to frame that.
Yeah, he was trying it. Got to finish. You start to get tired, you stop using your legs.
That one gets away from McMurray. Kugel moving to second, big turn. He'll hold right there. Second wild pitch of the inning. And another one that gets away from Hope, and I wonder, Keith, if he's maybe just tiring a little here.
Yeah, he's mentally, he's not staying as strong as he was, battling himself a little bit. It's a good time to have a timeout.
And that's the second mound visit of the inning, so a pitching change is mandatory here. We'll get a new pitcher. Man on third, already 1 run in for Texas here in the top of the 6th. Earlier today, New Mexico eliminated Louisiana. Mac Mabry was phenomenal once more.
He just had an outstanding breaking ball. He's got a fastball that tops out sometimes 75, 77 miles an hour. He was just brilliant. He set it up. And then Mexico put themselves into tomorrow's semifinal, and he was outstanding on the mound.
Untouchable. Only 3 balls were put in play, and Mabry's numbers in this regional, Keith, 7 2/3 innings, 23 strikeouts.
Just phenomenal. He will not be available for the rest of the tournament, but he's also an excellent first baseman.
And pretty dangerous at the plate. New Mexico will play the loser of this game tomorrow. Jet Hope did his job, 5 1/3, 5 hits, only 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. He's done as a pitcher for the tournament. And Logan Conway on the mound, and he's a knuckleballer, Keith.
We have had 4 different guys use the knuckleball, and he's got the best one, does Conway. 3-1 right there. He went to the knuckleball, gets the strike. Times it really dances around.
Good take by Michaelis, and now 1st and 3rd. Oklahoma has turned 2 double plays. 3-6-3 in the second, and then 4-6-3 to end the 3rd.
Well, they'll play back trying to turn the double play right here.
Andy Guy is the hitter. He hit into one double play in the second. Was also hit by a pitch in the third. Takes a strike. Conway operates from the full wind. Runner going for second and no throw. McMurray not wanting to risk the run coming home from third. So that takes the double play out of the equation.
Infield will have to come back up, try to cut the run off at the plate.
Knuckler grounded weakly to short. Knutson coming home. Throw is not in time. McMurray couldn't quite get that glove back around quickly to make the tag. And it's 3-0 Texas.
Well, just to the right. It's going to have to be a quick play. It's going to have to be a perfect throw. And it was up the line, came back, couldn't get the tag on him. You can see as he turns to sweep, never could get to him as the throw was a little bit to the first base side. Great camera view right there. Got the foot in. And, oh, those are two huge insurance runs and still threatening for more.
First and second, one out. 2 runs in. That one bounces past McMurray, and the runners move up to second and third. And wheels starting to come off a little bit for Oklahoma here in the 6th.
And I think you have to bring the infield back up again.
And they will, at least on the right side. Now Knutson, the shortstop, moves up. Runner coming home. The throw is not made. And another run scores. 4-0 Texas.
They say he went around, so it's a 2-1 count. Infield still drawn up. As you mentioned, they have been so good defensively in this tournament so far. Really, the first 5 innings, they were outstanding tonight.
Carter Pitts takes a knuckler in there for a strike, 2-1. Pitts, another Fortnite player, also a very good ping pong player. He was the starting pitcher for Texas today, 2 1/3 scoreless innings. If Oklahoma loses this game, they should walk away knowing they went toe-to-toe with a team that had been bulldozing its competition in this regional. Pops softly to first, and that's caught by Cash Crockett. 2 outs. And Keith, really it wasn't until this inning where a lot of self-inflicted wounds opened the door for Texas.
There's no question. The wild pitch pass ball scenario in here has created these 3 runs in this inning.
Matthew Hedrick now the hitter, the left-handed hitting Hedrick. He takes one low and away. Hedrick's favorite athlete, the Hall of Famer, Goose Gossage. Grounded to short. Knutson over to first. Safe. Another run scores. It's 5-0.
Just a little bit of a bobble, just enough to allow him to get in ahead of the throw. And you see right here is the pick. I believe he was on the bag before it got into the glove, but that was a really nice pick by Cash Crockett right there.
Andrew Stover now the hitter. Andrew, a descendant of Mayflower passenger Richard Warren. This was a 1-0 game until the 6th inning. Texas has put up a 4-spot. Knuckleball strike.
It's going to dance around on you as a hitter. You really got to be patient. Make it be up in the zone.
Now the old adage, if it's high, let it fly. If it's low like that one, let it go. Inside. Full count now to Stover. Runner at first will be going, but in Little League you have to wait until the ball reaches the batter to leave the bag. Ball 4, and Stover works a walk.
Just misses downstairs.
Ninth batter of the inning coming up. Ethan Goldstein is the hitter. Charlie Wiley will run for Stover at first. That was Wiley's original spot in the batting order, so it's not a special pinch runner situation. Good stop by McMurray. Goldstein, a black belt in Taekwondo. And it's 1-1.
Conway started this batter under the threshold, so if he can retire this batter, he would be available for tomorrow.
1-2, grounded to third. Whitworth will tag out the runner for the third and final out. But Texas picks up a 4-spot in the 6th. They take a 5-0 lead to the last of the 6th. Texas 3 outs away from a spot in the regional final. The winner of this semifinal will advance to the championship game on Wednesday. Carter Pitt started for Texas. 2 1/3 scoreless innings. Texas pitchers have only given up 3 hits, no runs. And Texas, with the bats, able to get 4 key insurance runs in the top of the 6th. And the boys from Houston with a 5-0 lead as we go to the home half of the 6th inning, the final inning of regulation. Caleb Rook will be the pitcher, and he will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Oklahoma order. Camden Knutson will lead it off.
Got to find a way to start to get some base runners. Much easier now. When he last was on the mound, he had a 1-0 lead. A little bit different scenario now that he's got 5 to work with.
Quickly 2 strikes to Knutson. Cam's played a fine shortstop today.
I'm not sure what that was.
Now the umpire says, I believe he said that. Yeah, that counts as a pitch, so it will be a ball to the batter, 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. There may have been some confusion if time was called.
Yes, and
two, popped up left field, and coming on to make the catch is Michaelis for out number 1. Now some of the New Mexico coaches and parents watching out in the right field bleachers. Strategically sitting between the New Mexico and Oklahoma sign. That might be the matchup we see
this point,
tomorrow.
it looks like it.
And they played back on the first day of this tournament. Oklahoma won that game 6-3. Texas 2 outs away from a place in the championship game. And it's a ball 1 to Jet Hope. Texas has outscored the opposition in this regional 35-5.
Well, they're getting solid pitching. Found a way to produce runs. They were pushed to the limit in this ball game, though, early for sure.
Two and 1. Whatever happens for Oklahoma, this will be far and away their best finish in the history of the Southwest Regional. Last year, they finished 5th. That tied for their best finish. Two and 2. This team from Houston, meanwhile, you get a win today, rest tomorrow, and then you play for a trip to Williamsport on Wednesday.
Now you set up pretty well on your pitching as well.
And you've got Silvaggi, who you can unleash. Strike 3. Texas 1 out away. Alex Whitworth will be the hitter for Oklahoma. Down to its last out. Loves to go fishing with his family.
Look, if he can retire, Whitworth, he's at 17 pitches right here. You know, if he can retire him, he would not have any problems and be available again on Wednesday.
Hit hard and through into right center field. That goes all the way to the wall. Whitworth, with his team down 5, stops at second. And with the pitch count at 18, Rook can still stay in to face one more batter.
A nice piece of hitting, stays with it away. Barrels it up the other way.
I guess in Rook's case with the pitch count, if Texas holds on and wins, he can go to that 35 pitch threshold. He'd be off tomorrow.
Because he would be off tomorrow, correct.
Logan Conway is the hitter. Special talent is wakeboarding. Runner on second. Oklahoma looking to get on the board. Strike one. Tulsa hoping if it's playing tomorrow, they can at least find their offense. If they can get the bats going and get some contagious hitting, that would be a game changer for them because they can pitch and they can play defense. Down to their last strike tonight. Up and in.
I tried to overthrow that curveball that time, trying to make it break too much. Get it out in front, pull it down.
Quick pitch, fouled off.
They'll have a conversation. He did go with a quick pitch.
Mario Martinez, the home plate umpire, calling in his cohorts, David Cofield, David Rast, and Philip Sapien.
Goes from the stretch and goes quickly. Ready for it, though. Pretty good hack at that. Right there by Conway. So we'll get the count here.
1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Throw down to first is in time. And Texas will play in the regional championship on Wednesday. If they win that game, they're going to Williamsport.
Well, they advance Texas East. 12th time to advance to the regional championship game. That's the most all time.
Meanwhile, Oklahoma will play New Mexico tomorrow. And the winner of that Oklahoma-New Mexico game will head to the championship to play Houston, Texas on Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I mean, obviously, Carlsbad and these two teams and Tulsa National have faced each other earlier. It's a rematch. See how they handle it.
Texas can sleep easy tonight and rest up tomorrow. They'll play for the regional championship and a trip to the Little League World Series on Wednesday. Oklahoma and New Mexico will have to win 2 games in 2 days now to get to Williamsport. Our final score, Texas 5, Oklahoma 0. Coming up next, NFL Live.